order. We're going to have the Historic Preservation Commission meeting Tuesday, September 8th, 2015. We'll do the roll call.
Commissioner Powell, Commissioner Mahoney,
Here.
Long,
Here.
Locke,
Here.
Brown,
Here.
Chairman Guthrie, you have a quorum.
Okay, we'll start with public comments. Does anybody have any?
Just agenda items tonight.
Okay. We're going to go to item number 3, approval of minutes from August 3rd, 2015. Does anyone have any comments, add-ons, deletions, or are we okay to make a motion?
I'll make a motion for approval.
I'll second.
Mahoney,
Yes.
Long,
Here. Yes.
Locke,
Here.
Brown,
Yes.
Guthrie.
Yes.
The minutes from the August 3rd meeting are approved as written.
Okay, number 4 on the agenda, discussion and possible action regarding application number CA number 2015-20113-164 concerning the property located at 102 East Oklahoma Avenue. Does staff have comments?
The applicant is Mr. Sinan. He seeks approval to install new signage at 102 East Oklahoma. The request is for 3 signs, I believe, that will be visible from Division in Oklahoma. The applicant is here to answer any specific questions. I think your packet contains some illustrations and renderings of the colors and font style to be used in the locations of the proposed signage.
I don't have any questions.
Does have any?
Did you make it?
Pardon me?
Are we going to talk to him here or up there?
If you have questions, John, you'll have to go sit down there so the camera can get you, please. Thank you.
Okay, does anyone have any questions?
The windows, are those vinyl signs?
Sorry?
Are they vinyl that's going in the window?
Yes.
Okay. And then what kind of above the door?
It'll be some kind of a flat sign,
Okay.
not a lighted sign, just regular.
Just-
Kind of like what Mom's had, very similar to that.
Painted
Okay.
or something like that.
It was kind of a flat sign and it just says, you know, it's
Yeah.
above the numbers.
It's been a while, I'm just trying to remember what that
Yeah.
looked like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, is anything else? Okay, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second.
Mahoney,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Locke,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Guthrie.
Yes.
This application is approved as submitted. Thank you, Mr. Sinan.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, item number 5, discussion and possible action regarding application number CA number 2015-20113-173 concerning the property located at 108 West Harrison Avenue.
Some background, commissioners, on this. The applicant, Dana Martin, requests approval of a new sign which will be installed on a signboard which has been placed over the entresol window area of the building at 108 West Harrison Avenue, formerly AC's Hallmark store. Additionally, the exterior wall of the front facade and the window trim will be repainted using the same color for the wall and the trim as the existing paint is now. So they're just going to use some maintenance to freshen that up, I believe. The applicant also wishes to replace the existing front fabric on the awning. It's currently a faded red brick color, and they're going to she would like to replace it with a black fabric. The colors, the font style, the design theme have been included in your packet for your review. The applicant is here to answer the specific questions.
Okay, does anyone have any questions?
I like all except for the sign itself that says it's internally lit with LEDs on a raceway, which I don't know where the raceway is. But other than that, I think, curious about the lighting of the sign.
Yeah, the ordinance prohibits internally lit signs.
Okay, and that's fine, we didn't know that, so we have the one below it is, the first one's like a aluminum with plexiglass, and the one below it is, it's PVC, so there's no lighting at all. We just
Okay.
didn't know the ordinance.
You
so.
could light up the sign with outside lights.
Well, and I
Little
appreciate
LED
that.
plugs or something.
Okay, there's there's no lighting on there now, but that's good to know, because there's a sidewalk lamp that's right there, but if we could do two that went to.
Actually, goosenecks that can come out
Yeah.
over the top and it
Those are
would
okay?
match, that would be fine. Anything that's externally and that
Perfect.
shines on the
Perfect.
sign itself, so something and that would look, period, to the buildings and
Right.
things where there's, you have this line shining over the top and down on it.
That's great to know. Yeah, we didn't know what the ordinance, so we get both, so it's,
When you're gonna freshen up the paint, the brick color, are you bringing that all the way down?
yes.
Okay. And then are you gonna happen to maybe do that little side there too, that's really not
Yep.
your wall, but
We'd be happy to. I don't know
I
if
think it
we'd
would
ask
look-
you
I
all.
think it would
'cause I
look
think
more-
it's- I mean, that's your all's, I was told, and if we can do it, I'd be happy to.
belongs to the city probably, because that's a city lot.
Exactly.
But I think it would look it would improve the side of your building if that
As
also
well as the-
matched.
As well as the
City's
other
wall.
side, right?
This right here,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
do that,
so,
because that's their build, but this little piece right here, that's really,
So do I need you all to say it since it's the city's, because when you said that, you're right, somebody told me that's the city's wall, and we'll be happy to freshen that up if that's good to go.
I think that would be appropriate.
Okay.
so freshening up, does that mean the entire building or just in spots?
Well, the way it looks like, this isn't our building, but it looks like new paint.
Okay, do we know what color red we're using for this? I mean, for.
The landlord has the paint.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
good.
my understanding, so
as long as
he's the one who
it's,
did that.
as long as they have that same, because that color doesn't look bad.
No.
on
It's the
there.
same
It's
color and then
color.
that's,
They're
that would
just
be considered
touching up
maintenance.
here and extending it, that would be ideal.
Maybe okay?
Okay, does anyone have anything else?
Okay, here it shows a sign in the window.
That's the one that was taken out.
Okay, and then on the door.
That's
Now,
just door.
just the door's gonna be done.
Right.
Okay.
You should- Yeah, should have gotten that piece of paper there. It should have, Randy just did that for fun. I should have done that for fun, Randy.
Thanks, Randy.
I just thought I'd do that.
Yeah, because it seemed kind of redundant if you're gonna have it both places.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, I know it's gonna be about 5 to 6 weeks, and Katie Melvin's our physical therapist and owner that will be here, so she just wanted to meet everybody. And I'm the property development.
Hi.
So,
Welcome.
Thank you.
yeah, we're excited. If there's any, I think we wanted to ask this because we have several locations throughout the state. We have some people that are really excited about art and stuff about like Thunder Games or things like that. Do you all have is there things that we need to know about that? And we have like painter, somebody does a cute painting of a Thunder guy and a basketball before the, whatever you were talking about.
Or for the high school.
High school stuff.
Support since the football and all that.
Oh, you mean just paint the
Facility.
windows
Yes,
for like a
yeah.
particular game or something? That happens all the time in downtown.
Okay.
There's an ordinance that can't stay longer than 14 days?
Well,
Or 7 days?
there's an unregulated area of the glazing that's 2 foot by 3 foot that's set aside from the regulations for specific advertising. Like if you had a special on whatever item you'd have in the store, you could use that for your daily changed information. So, and it could also be used for that type of
And
thing.
that's what size? I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
2 foot by 3 foot area of the
Okay,
window,
good.
that's all yours.
Okay.
But if you wanted to do like a painting of the window, there's a guideline on that? Because we do it I think they do it for homecoming sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Those
there's-
come around, but
There's
They'll do it for-
exemptions for those special
yes, there's
events.
exemptions.
And that's how it'd be,
you can-
something
Yeah,
fun.
and it's something, that just as long as like what
Right.
Mr. Long is saying, as long as it doesn't stay over 14 days or, so, as long as it's not permanent, it's not.
Yeah, and that's what she
It'd
wanted,
just be
just
a
fun things
football
like.
or-
Sure, it'd be a
Yeah,
football
school,
seasonal
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue.
Just be a part of the community.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
That's
just
great.
being a good neighbor. It's just-
Question, have you thought about maybe painting the door the same color?
I'm assuming we're just gonna paint everything that's wood the same color, just give it a fresh,
Okay, 'cause I
Whatever
think that
this
would
is.
just, make it look more solid.
The door's aluminum, so I don't know if it's easily painted.
Well, is it aluminum?
Yeah.
Is the one on the side here?
You know, it's funny, it's kind of.
Oh, that
yeah,
side
yeah,
door,
the one on the
yeah,
side,
that- I
not
was
the-
thinking of the main
Yeah,
door.
The one
no,
going up to
the one on the
the-
side's the one you're talking about.
Okay,
Amy.
that's
Yeah.
not ours, so I'll have to,
That goes
I'm gonna go up to the
upstairs.
stairs to the apartment, so, but I can ask if the.
Well, the owner can tell you,
Maybe
yea
so.
or nay on
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
It'd be nice if we would, but.
All right, so I'd say the only change that we'd have is that it's the non-lit LED sign unless anybody else?
Yeah, I think that's the second one on the.
Option 2.
Option
is
2,
what you
yeah.
said.
So that's good. And I was told that Jim Fish is the one we talked to about a temporary sign? Was I given a name correctly today?
You mean you want signage until this permanent
If
stuff
there is,
is
and
made up?
I just called, I said if there's anybody I could talk to about that. It takes about 5 to 6 weeks to get our sign. Is there,
Yeah, well,
They told me to talk-
historically, I think if you have your permanent signage approved, and modified and approved, you can put up temporary signage.
I've been the same place until we.
Sure,
okay,
Yes,
good, okay.
temporary banner.
Okay, awesome. Great.
Okay, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Mahoney,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Locke,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Guthrie.
Yes.
This application has been approved with the modification of the internally lit sign.
Yay. Now y'all need PT, goes again.
We hope we don't, but we're glad you're here.
Yeah. We're excited to be here, guys.
Thank
Thanks a lot.
you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, item number 6, discussion and possible action regarding application number CA number 2015-20113184 concerning property located at 117 West Harrison Avenue.
These applicants, Darrell and Paula Burnett, request approval of new signage on the front windows, 117 West Harrison, formerly Rosabella. Your packet should contain examples of the color and font style and the design theme. Do we have someone here tonight?
That's me.
That's you. Okay. Okay. Take the chair of honor.
You're Nancy, right?
I am Nancy.
Okay.
And we're putting an antique store, and it's going to be Treasures on Harrison.
Not to be confused with Treasures on Oklahoma.
Treasures and books.
Looks good to me. What do you guys think?
Which side is it? It's,
You're the east side.
we are the east side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where Cross Stitch Haven went in, so it's that side.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions?
I think that looks good. It's plain and simple. I think it looks great. I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second.
Let's have a motion.
Sorry. I think she beat you to it.
Commissioner Mahoney,
Yes.
Commissioner Long,
Yes.
Locke,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Guthrie.
Yes.
This application is approved as submitted.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, number 7, discussion and possible action regarding application number CA number 2015-20113-197 concerning property located at 301 South Division Street.
This is the Guthrie Whole Foods store, and they're seeking approval of a new sign. This sign will be installed on existing signboard that is located over the entresol window area of the building. The colors have been identified and submitted on the color chart for your review, and the applicant is here for any specific questions.
If you'd like to see the actual colors, I did bring the real sample because they're hard to see on the copy, so.
Is that's off the historic palette?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
A la mode and earth tone, I guess is what you're, is that,
Is Earth Tone and Terrywood?
or is
There's a 3 of them?
oh, and
Yes.
the third one, then
And
okay.
the Rio Grande, I think is what we went with, the darker for the trim. No, not that one.
Oh, that's one.
Oh, gold, yes, I'm sorry.
It just shows orange. The gold.
It does.
So the question I have is you're going to
Sorry for you to change seats.
paint the sign above the shop,
Yes,
so yeah. So we're only going over the Guthrie Whole Foods Nutrition Store area, or we're going to do the whole?
Well, and that was my question. I didn't know if we needed a separate application because there's already on the east side of the building, there's a round circular that says Guthrie Whole Foods, and obviously she's no longer there and will be there. So I didn't know if as long as it's an existing sign to repaint, as long as you approve the,
Yeah, and it's good that you came before the commissioners, because a lot of times if you just throw, just a permission statement out there, if you're just gonna redo a sign, then a lot of times the color of the letters change, the sizes of the letters change, the font style changes, and then it's a completely different sign. So,
okay,
But it's a wooden sign, it's on the east side, isn't it?
Correct.
Just, yeah, it is an applied sign, as I think, just
Yeah, I think it is.
attached to the brick.
There are 2 existing signs on the building. You're talking about the second one, right?
yeah.
The one on the east side, yeah,
Yeah.
that we can't see in this picture, but
Does it need to be a separate application for the?
No, you could
No.
include it.
Not as long as
I'll
you're
give you
using
a pic, I can have a picture.
the same colors.
Same sign, same colors, it's
Here, Mother. If, another question is, if we redo that as the main title, if we put the eclectic antiques in a strip below, because I don't think it's gonna fit just on that football shape, is that something that we need to,
Well, because it's football shaped, it should be painted brown and it should say Guthrie Blue Jays on it.
I agree. My son's
Or-
playing in the championship game.
That's the way you're asking. So what you're asking is if you could apply another sign below it that says eclectic antiques?
Correct.
Is that what you're
just an
asking?
oblong or just
Just
Yeah.
a rectangular.
rectangular sign that
Yes.
matches that
I'm
scale.
glad you're asking, I really am.
Yeah.
I would say just be cautious in your application as far as drilling into the brick
Mhm.
for that.
As far as attaching to the building.
Uh-huh.
Just be cautious.
I'll get a professional. Is that what you
I
mean?
mean, just because, I mean, I don't know the softness of that brick, especially if
It's
you can't
hard.
get into the
It's a good
mortar
sturdy
brick.
building, actually.
We can attach it to the existing sign, you wouldn't have to really go through the brick, would you? I mean, you can.
Well, you're still gonna have to anchor it in some
Yeah,
way.
if you look at the word so long, it looks wrong.
That
Could
brick,
you do it, could you do it on chain where it hangs down from the current sign?
You could anchor,
You
that's
could.
what I mean by anchoring it to the down at the bottom where you're hanging it. If you did like a,
Well, the painter was the one who came up with the idea of putting the eclectic antiques, and he was actually talking about a longer
Yeah.
to do that one. Because he said there's so much space on there and there's so much traffic parked there, which is true, we all know that. We might as well utilize that side, but it's whatever you think.
If it can be attached without damaging.
Okay,
Is your painter Z. Thomas?
yes, sir.
Then I think we,
He's very
It's not
eclectic.
Z.
He's an eclectic painter.
He's my kind, I'm eclectic too, so I,
I'm an antique and she's a
Yeah.
collector.
So this is your proposed sign,
Yes,
and
for
it's
the
gonna go on
front.
the east,
no,
Actually,
that'll be
it's
on the north
north
side.
That's
side,
the north.
and nothing on the east side.
Yes.
So is Vintage gonna be here and market down here?
Assuming yes.
Yeah, okay, and the
And
USA in
then
the middle?
the,
Right.
And
yes.
then the other, okay.
I
So
didn't get-
Vintage, market.
And then the
just
USA in the middle.
Thing in the
And
middle.
eclectic
then-
antiques
yeah,
on the
that
on
makes
the
sense.
strip.
rectangle.
That's
Right.
correct.
That's-
Did they see this? I'm sorry. We're hogging that.
I think that'd be fine.
I like the sign.
You're
I think
keeping
it
the
looks
football.
good.
Thank you.
That'll work.
He didn't see him. The gentleman at the end didn't see him. I don't think.
But that's okay, I just wanted to make sure you
Okay.
guys all had a copy
Okay,
of it.
great.
so you're doing the same on the front, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I noticed when you spoke with the physical therapy lady, you were talking about like hours and store things like that. You said not on the window, but on the door, is that?
No, she had on her proposal where it was going to be on the window in one picture and on the door in another, so I
I
was
see.
trying to figure out which one it was gonna be.
Okay. Because we took the hours that were in there off. So I assumed, I think it would look better on the door myself.
Typically, that's really.
That's,
Okay.
yeah, typically where it goes.
And are the steps to the building typically painted white? Is that the thing to do?
Are they painted white right now?
They are.
Missing a few.
It needs to be touched up. I would prefer to do that, but I don't know if that's something you can.
If you're repainting in the same color, you don't have to have our authorization to
Okay.
do maintenance. But if you wanted to change the color, then we need
Then
to
you
talk
do.
about it.
Okay. Do you know what this building originally was? I'm curious.
It was Hassler's Pawn Shop when I moved to town.
Yeah.
But before that, we
Way
don't
back.
know.
Yeah, 20 years ago, I don't know what it was historically.
Okay.
You can probably find out at the Territorial Museum.
Do you remember off?
Do you know?
Come see me, I don't know off the top of my head.
Did you hear this? Said I think it was a brothel. Thanks.
Everything in town was as far as
Or is it?
you're concerned.
Upstairs and all the buildings were.
No.
Okay, so do we have a
Miss Leslie,
motion?
she ran the place.
No.
I'll make a motion,
I'll second.
as long as you know what motion we're making.
I was gonna say,
To accept
for
the
approval.
signage as
Yes.
submitted with the addition of the eclectic
Yep.
Yes,
On
sir.
the
On a rectangle board placed below the.
main sign.
Carefully below.
Mahoney.
Yes.
Mahoney,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Locke,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Bothroyd.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Thank you, I enjoyed it.
Can't wait to go in.
I know.
You need these signatures.
Nope.
No.
No? Okay.
I'm looking forward to shopping.
We're looking forward to having you.
When do you hope to open?
As soon as the
Soon as
sign's up.
But we can put up a temporary. Okay.
We've repainted inside and it's all nice and clean and ready to go.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, good luck.
Thank you all so much. Oh, I
Thank
do
you.
want to tell you, the representative that took the pictures today of the building for you all did a great job. He welcomed us to Guthrie and, of course, I live here, but, you know,
I've been here for a long time.
business and all that, and he represented you all well.
Oh, very, that's good to hear.
Y'all have a good evening.
Thank
Thank
you.
you too.
I'm gonna put this in sync. Thank you.
Okay, do we have any staff comments?
The pictures that were provided by Mr. Mosley tonight, just everyone could get a chance to look at them. It's showing compliance on a past issue that you had with a building that was painted at the end of the 100 block, 124 East Oklahoma, 120-ish. Okay, that's all we had.
Okay, cool. As the commissioners, do you have any comments? Amy?
Nope.
Aaron?
Nope.
Ken?
What about King's Donuts and their flashing colored lights?
I think you mentioned that more than once.
More than once, and they're still there.
There's this, actually, probably, you know, once in a while, you guys should invite your code enforcement officer with you to your meetings, because then you can make just a little list and then make a courtesy call. Those lights, probably all seen them, there's just a switch on them, right? They either blink or they remain constantly on. It's no big deal. A lot of times when they're put up, they don't even realize which position it's on or which is kind of required in the district, so.
Plus the fact that they keep changing colors. It does not look,
What changes colors?
all the lights, I mean, it goes from red to green to blue to white to,
Oh,
yeah.
that's an issue because historically, there's no streaming or changing of lights, flashing of lights in the district.
How about you? You have any comments?
Nope.
Okay, well, a motion to adjourn, or is that, does that, anyone do it in a motion?
I have a
Oh,
question.
You do? Good.
I don't know if I'll be here again, Cody will be back, but maybe for a way that the code enforcement officer could become aware of these things is if we kind of just scan him a copy of the minutes, maybe just kind of highlight the areas, maybe he could investigate.
Okay.
Good idea. We have another building being painted. Oaks Real Estate, if you've not been by there.
In the chamber building.
Hadn't noticed that one.
Yeah, they were out there sanding and replacing the rotted
needed
wood.
it.
Yeah, it had a, that whole front facade was about to
Bad.
it looked like termites.
So if you haven't noticed
Really
Sylvia's
bad.
building, it's really looking
And then they pulled
good.
off one of the boards, I don't know if you noticed, it was just full of that spray foam that they had used to work it in the past, but they replaced all the bottom of one, and it looks like they're starting to work on parts of the, what's next door to them, the Apothecary Museum, the drugstore museum, so they're working on that too. I haven't seen anything come before us for that building, but at least they're.
Well, if they're gonna paint trim and so forth, and it's off the historic palette, then wouldn't it be okay then?
I'm fine with it if it's off the store.
I believe that's.
I mean, there's things I would prefer not, but I
Is
mean,
it the
like
same colors?
No, they
Different
went from
colors?
slate blue
Oaks
to
is a
like
different color.
forest
They went
green,
with
yellow
green
green.
instead of black. But we have other buildings in the district that's painted that same green, other places.
Sylvia's, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't go with the.
I mean, would you guys prefer them to get an application to paint within historical colors? Since they already know what they are?
Yeah, in the past, I'm not saying that that's good or bad, but in the past, if they're going to choose a color from the historic
It
palette,
needs to be through a
Then-
permit.
well, no, then we just give them permission.
Okay.
If they're gonna change to a color that's not on there, then it would have to go for commissioner review.
It has been approved in the past that the historical palette, it was actually staff's discretion whether it would be okay to go ahead and just let it happen. And I mean, if there's a electric pink on the historical palette, I think the staff would say, no, that needs
Not
to
so
come,
much,
not
yeah.
so much that needs to come in front of the commission, but because if it's there and it is aesthetically pleasing with the rest of the district, I think, and staff lets it go through, and that's not a problem.
And what color's the Chamber of Commerce?
I don't know what color they're painting. They're just replacing rotten wood at this point.
At this point, we'll just have to keep an eye.
I would assume they're probably gonna go back with same colors, but I don't know that, because they're not replacing everywhere, just underneath those windows. I mean,
so
those
bad.
windows, I'm surprised those windows hadn't fallen out.
It's nice to see a lot of buildings being maintained this year.
Well,
Finally got the rest of mine done, so I don't have bare wood over there anymore.
before the chamber decides to paint something, I mean, can we be proactive in any way before they paint it, then have to repaint it? I mean, I'm assuming that they know the historic colors, but I don't want to go through them having to paint it again.
Who's actually doing it? Because I mean, they don't own that space, the drugstore museum owns that building.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's actually,
It's the drugstore museum that's doing the work. I mean, I don't know who they've hired, but.
yeah, but I mean, it's not.
That's who
actually
owns the
Chamber's
building, yeah.
Space, they just rent it.
I hate to speak on behalf of the code enforcement officer, but I mean, I don't.
Okay.
You know, in a perfect world, when a building is leased or when a building is sold, the leaseor or the buyer would be given something so that they understand that they're in a special historic district and they have to have review by you guys to change paint colors and so forth. A lot of people just don't realize that they need to get permission, and the next thing they're seeking forgiveness instead of permission. So,
Which reminds me, I need a book before I leave to give to Stacy at Rick's Chocolates. She does not have a preservation book.
Well, she's not the owner, so.
But she would like to have one.
Yeah, I understand she'd like to have one, but she isn't the owner, so.
maybe in 2016, it would be nice to take some field trips, maybe some, SHPO offers free training at the History Museum on several different dates. They're always fun to attend, go out and have lunch together.
Do we have anything else that's coming up besides that with historic preservation, like any
Uh,
trips that we can go on? Or we
Well-
can,
You know, the state normally has theirs in the spring, I think, the state preservation conference. And then the national, of course, has one every year also that's somewhere in the country.
One year it was in Tulsa, hopefully it comes back to Oklahoma before too long, but those are always fun to go to.
So there's really nothing coming up until probably.
Until spring.
Yeah.
But this winter, the History Museum, the SHPO Oklahoma, does have some training. I'll see if I can't email everyone a copy of that training
Great.
schedule.
I appreciate that. Okay. motion for adjournment?
I'll motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Duly noted, 6 PM. Thank you, commissioners.
Thank you.